Today it's max effort day in the bench. We're going to do the Lightened method with bands overhead. This method is just like benching with a bench shirt. The weights are lightened in the bottom and they're heavier at the top. And so you're going to see a lot of strong benchers in here today. Rob Fusner, 660. Kenny Patterson holds 2 world records. And incidentally, 2 weeks ago, George Halbert, who holds the world record at 220, also benched 630, 198. So this gym, out of 12 weight classes, we hold 4 all-time bench records. And I don't think that's unprecedented in the sport of powerlifting. So we're going to go in here right now, do some band pressing, and when we're finished, we're going to show you some chain pressing as well, where we work up to one particular weight, say 275, and you bench with a chain. And then you add a second chain, a third chain, and a fourth chain. Now remember, this is done on max effort day. This is not our speed day, but max effort. I don't believe a max effort day has ever been shown here at Westside. So let's go in there and work out. Let's go. Hit it. Here I John. 55. Good, Chuck. Come on. Come on, Chuck. Let's see it. Come on, Chuck. Let's go. Come on. Come on now. Squeeze that bar, Chuck. Right here. Keep. Come on, Chuck. Hey. Hit it. Great. Got. Good. Straight up. Triples all the way through. Got that. Try to find me. Put it. No. They're half the size of those. Come on, dude. Lock them all out. Squeeze that board out. Come on. Nice. Ball drop, straight, man. Hold your feet up, John. Keep it high on your chest. Come on. There you go. Good. Don't worry about the weight, man. We ain't got nothing to do now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. Easy weight. Come on. Yeah. Go, Robbie. Come on, Robbie. I got about 6 o'clock at home. Everybody will shit on. No, actually, I have no here at 6 o'clock in the morning. Come on. Come on, dude. Come on. Good. Yeah. Come on, Mike. Hit it. Yeah.
Look how you run like this.
Good.
Look how you run like this.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's still ain't internal bit. This whole shoulder down my shoulder blade.
Come on, John.
I'm glad I get in, I got no power.
Let's go, Chester. Come on now.
Come on now,
Come on, John. Sit. Easy.
Good. Good.
Triple. Whoa, dude.
Get it out there, man. You gotta do one.
Who's that bar?
All the way up. Right. One.
Lock it off, man. Lock it out, Dave.
Come on.
Pull it out of there.
Squeeze now. Squeeze it out of there. There you go. Get it. Yeah, get it. Good.
Let's go, Mike. Come on, Mike.
Go, Mike.
Get it up. That's good. Come on, Mike.
Come on.
Tight. Good.
Squeeze, squeeze.
There he goes, there he goes.
Go, Rob.
Come on, Rob. Come on, man. Tight.
Let's go, Ken.
Come on, Kenny. Come on, Kenny. This is way, man. Come on. Come on, Kenny. Come on. Come on now.
Hey, you did about it.
There it is.
Get the big shake.
You gotta get the shake out of it. The mojo off of it. Get the mojo off.
You said any grip today.
You beat me, Sean. So damn proud of you. But I ain't done, boy. You quit. And I'm still scratching. Ain't that right, Chuck?
Come on. Come on, Lou. Come on.
Show Lou.
Drive.
Take it.
Take it.
Today we're going to do some squatting for you. We're going to use bands. It's a contrast reactive method. Basically what you have is accelerated eccentric training where the barbell is going to go faster downward than gravity normally intends it. By doing that, it develops a stretch reflex and makes the person come up much faster. So let's go ahead and get to it. We're going to watch some squats and see how this looks.
shoulders.
Let's go. Pull your
Leg, pull your leg.
Here we go.
Let's go, Rob. Lean in. Lean forward. Lean forward. Yeah. Hey. That's better. Back down. There it is. Come on. Hand up. All right. That's better. Back it on. Back it on. Oh, yeah. Come on. Way back. Way back. Get on. Good.
That was Chuck Vogelpohl squatting. He's a 220, multi-world champion. His best squat is 865 pounds at 220. And Rob Fusner, who's not too good a shape right now, but he's made 905 weighing 280. He's also just totaled 220, 275 as a 275 at the Westside Invitational. Now you notice they use the bands. This is the contrast method. By using those bands, it increases the kinetic energy, which overspeeds the eccentric portion of the lift. By doing that, that strength is transferred into the body as reversal strength, causing one to come up absolutely as fast, proportionally as fast as you go downward. The bands at the tension, in case you want to know, the barbell weight was 410 pounds, it's a 50-pound squat bar, and the bands at the top is 335 pounds, and in the bottom, it's 230 pounds, to give you an idea. So actually, Chuck was doing around there at the end when he had he had an even 500 on, so it was like 835 at the top for those last two sets. Just give you an idea. In the bottom, it's 265, so we'll be 765 out of the bottom. All right, now we're going to get into the next group. You notice, folks, we have to weight our monolift down. 2 weeks ago, we used 555 pounds at the top and 390 at the bottom. It will absolutely flip the monolift over. So for God's sake, if you start to use these bands, which I highly recommend, from Jump Stretch out of Youngstown, Ohio, you have to weight your monoliths down or it will flip them over.
Stay tight. Use that stomach, man. Use the stomach, John.
Yeah.
Yep. Now stay tight. Keep that chest up the whole time, man.
Stay tight.
Get up underneath it.
Come on. Let's go. Your way. Come on. Real strong, one time, let's go. Guys, come on.
Well, folks, secondly, there you saw Aaron Ross. He's visiting from California. He's an 859 squatter. He used the same weights as Chuck and Rob did. And then that was Chester. He did the same. Chester's 825 squatter. Then me and Mike Ruggeria jumped in there. We did our sets of 405, jumped up, ended up with 590. At the top, it's 925 pounds for that last single, and he doubled it. He's very, very strong. He'll probably squat a grand in June. And after the squats, you notice Chuck did some deadlifts. That's what we'll do. 3 or 4 speed sets, maybe up to 6. Then we do reverse hypers, glute hams, abdominals, and we're done. I've already drugged before I squatted. Tonight I come back and drag again.
more reverse hypers, more abs. That pretty much concludes how we squat. It's a dynamic day using the contrast method with bands.
It's time for part 2 with Louie.
Come on. Come on, Eric. Strong now, come on. Squeeze. Knock him up, come on. Did you keep going at the same time? Oh boy. Good set that way. I think only a little bit of stuff is bigger than a lot. Can't even get a grip. Probably a bit get the grip. That's too tight. And that's how mine is. You're strong. We're doing this like in high school. Yeah, right. Get the feet band.
All right, folks, first of all, they did the light method with the bands. That band reduces the weight at the chest, 95 pounds. Kenny and Rob worked up to 615. Now, Kenny, everybody, he's world famous, 2 world records. And then Rob's done 660 bench in a full meet, total 2275. He's only 23 years old. He's only been in 6 power meets. Then you watch Amy. Now, Amy Weisberger is the strongest pound-for-pound woman in the world. So 1180 in the 123s. Plus, the next week he came back and benched 2 world records, 286 and 292 in the 123s. Then you watch me do a set of JMs. Always lower the bar, straight down over the clavicle, tilt the wrist back, put all the pressure on the tricep muscles by the elbow, then extend it straight back up. Then you watch the guys do some dumbbell extensions with and without bands. The bands help on the resistance curve. Makes you a lot stronger locking out the weights. And then after workout, we didn't do everything, but lots of lats. That's after the tries. Tries most important. Lats next. Upper back, delt raises. And you watch Dave Tate do some sled work for the upper body. It's great for GPP, great for football, all sports, but really powerlifting. As far as the shirts, you want to know what shirts we wear. The best shirts in the world are the Inzers. We wear denim, and they have a special cut. You don't want the elbows out to the side. You want the elbows tucked, and where the bar will go in a straight line where there's no rotation of the rotators. And when you turn your elbows out, that's where everyone will stick. You also have rotator injuries and soft tissue injuries to the pectorals. People ask me, why is change different in weight? You'll notice how we had the chains on the bar. That is the correct method of how you put a chain. When the barbell is at Amy's chest, basically, there is no weight on the chain weight is all on the ground. As she locks it out, she locked out in that workout actually 3 large chains, which would be 60 extra pounds. And that's how that works. As the weight comes off, it goes in the relationship of the strength curve. As the weights come off the ground, it gets heavier and heavier and heavier. As you lower down, it lightens. That's the way the resistance should be. It's called the resistance curve. A lot of people talk about psychology of lifting. Well, here at Westside, we have 2 groups. The AM group, which I'm part of, Chuck Vogelpohl, Dave Tate, Mike Ruggeria, Rod Fusner, Kenny Patterson, and Chester. These are the strong guys. These guys total 2,200 pounds. There's actually 4 who squat 900 pounds. All the world records trained in. In the evening crew, it's a different group. They squat approximately 820 pounds on the average and bench in the mid-5s up to the high 5s. The difference is, this gym, there's always animosity, emailing each other back and forth, leaving notes on the board, constantly fighting among each other until we go to a contest. Then when Westside goes to a contest, it's a clan. Everyone's for each other. And that's why lifting has to be. You always have to have a reason to come to the gym. Your training partner may hate your guts, so if you don't show up, he has no reason to lift hard. So always show up. Never miss workouts. I came to workouts with a trach. I had a hole in my throat, as large as a quarter. I never missed a workout. Chuck Vogelpohl brought me in there and made me bench. I benched in a meet. I just missed a 535 bench years ago in a meet, and I was in intensive care for 5 days. Chuck brought me, the first thing he did was take me to the gym, and I maxed out in the bench. I benched 350 pounds with a hole, just chest tubes recently shut up and still a hole in my throat. I didn't require a trach. I could talk without a trach. And that's what Westside's about. You got to be hardcore, and you only do this for a few years, so you have to get in there and go full speed. Go out in the flames. Don't go out any other way. All right, folks, a lot of people ask about when people come here, do we start with the best? No. We've developed 47 elites out of this gym. Some people never touched weights. And how about the bench? We're talking the bench today. So I can give you Jeff Adams is nicknamed Gritter. Jeff lifted for 10 years in Dayton, Ohio, had a 363-pound bench. He trained here 3 years and benched 585 pounds in the same weight class, 198. He's 43 years old. Another fellow, Matt Smith, came. He had a 505-pound bench. He was locked there for about a year and a half. He came and trained at Westside. He's always lived here in Columbus as well. Matt came in here, and inside of 10 months, he's done 585. Now, what about the elite? George Halbert, when George trained here in Columbus, he had a 475-pound bench press for 2 years. George came into this gym being stuck for 2 years, and in 1 year, he benched 628 pounds. Now, George is one of the most phenomenal benchers of all time, maybe outside of Mike McDonald. He's held world records in the 242s, 220s, and now 198. He benched 630 pounds. He actually opened up with it, smoked it, but injured his biceps slightly and declined any further attempts. So that just gives you an idea how people progress here. It doesn't matter. It's the training. Training is not what people think. It's biomechanics, physics, and mathematics. Anybody can pick up weights. This old stuff of 5s and 3s is so archaic, it's pathetic. Progressive overload. It's actually called a progressive gradual overload. That's what Milo did. Remember him picking up the calf? Well, how come Milo ever got to picking up elephants? Once the bull got big enough, he had to start over, and that's what all you guys do. You start over and reach the same point, failure. This is the most modern method of training. It's known as one day is a dynamic method, where it's development of speed and starting strength. And then this is a maximal effort method where we max out every Wednesday all year long. No one else can do it this way. And we use the conjugate method where we switch exercises every week and you put in special exercises to your particular needs. Well, folks, that's brief, but I hope that takes care of it. And for now, take care and see you again at Westside.